Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Spell. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Rescued by Ruby. Now let me tell you real quick that I don't know how well this review is going to come out because my camera has stopped recording mid-session. So evidently my SIM card is not as fast as the camera after 6 years. And maybe the SIM card's wearing out. I don't know. I never heard of that before, but I have to get a faster one, but they're expensive. Anyway, so hopefully this works. But this is a Netflix original, and it stars this. I wasn't even going to watch it, but then Grant Gustin, Flash, Scott Wolf, Party of Five, right? I mean, like, anyway, it's about a guy who is Grant Gustin, who wants to join a canine unit as a state trooper, and he partners with a fellow underdog, the clever but naughty shelter pup, Ruby. So it seems okay, TVG, so the kids could watch it, right? And it's a 7 out of 228 people. I don't know. Hour and 33 minutes long. I'm going to get into it, find out what it's about, give you a better idea, and see if my recording works. So stick around, or not. I could be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Rescued by Ruby. I'll try and be brief because I know my camera's been shutting off and hasn't been working, but I really enjoyed it. I thought, you know what you're getting when you're watching this film. I mean, it is plain as day, but it works. It works even though I know what was going to happen, right? And this is all based on a true story, and the things I like about based on a true story is seeing the pictures at the end of the real life people, dogs in this case, and some verbiage on what happened, and it was all there, right? So the basis of the story is Grant Gustin plays a Rhode Island State Police trooper, right? Me, myself, and Irene. If you haven't seen that, go see that. But as soon as I saw him in the outfit, I'm like, Rhode Island State! Alright, so he's in it, and he's a good cop, good at all things, but he wants to be in the canine unit. And they won't ever let him, and he's got to do it before he's 30, and he's 29 years old, so we're really hoping that he makes it in. And he's got to find a dog. Dogs are like $10,000, so he finds Ruby. Ruby was a dog that was set to be put to sleep. And, there's a little backstory on Ruby. Of course, they come together, and I got to check real quick, because I think it went off, didn't it? No, it didn't. All right. So, they come together, they take their test, and, there's a whole story behind it, but you get it, like they're two underdogs, like it says, that excel, and the story is quite interesting, keeps you entertained. I thought Grant does a good job, I think he's the Flash, and he didn't know how he was going to be in this, but Scott was good too. Scott Wolf, right, is his last name. Yeah, it was interesting seeing him get a little bit older, not in Party of Five. I don't know the last time I saw him, but he's the person who has the whole canine unit. He runs the canine unit, so he lets the trainees come into his unit, or he denies them. And so there's a lot of pressure that's put on people who want to join those types of things, and you got to train a dog, so it's not all relying on you. You also have to have the dog be successful. So it creates a great bond, and Grant has a family, baby on the way, wife, whatever. Some extra money happens if he moves into canine unit, but that's not his motivation. His motivation is just truly to better himself. And so you can imagine how this story can go. I mean, it just sets itself right up, right, for the exactly what you're thinking if you haven't seen it. And it still is entertaining. Even though you know what's going to happen, you hear that bark. I'm choking on popcorn. I'm not choked up. You hear that bark. When you hear that bark, I hope you feel the same way I felt. Again, popcorn. It's popcorn, honestly. And you feel, I don't know, you'll see. I definitely would recommend it. I watched it thinking maybe my video recording would not work, and if it didn't, I'd be okay. Hopefully this worked and you got to see it. I'm probably going to give it a 7. It's a nice, set your expectation low and knock it out of the park. Feel good movie. I text my daughter Bo, who sometimes joins me. If you haven't seen some of our reviews, you know the last one we did was Turning Red or whatever that was. Check that out. I thought she'd come down and join me because I think the kids would enjoy it as well. It's kid friendly. It's PGG or whatever. No friends, just you. So thanks for joining me. I'm going to cut out here and hopefully the video took. If it did, I appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that jazz. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.